I'm Anne, and this video is about finding inner peace when you feel really confused and doubt yourself, which happens a lot these days to a lot of people I know. Life seems to be speeding up, and we're under more and more stress, and so are the people around us. And when people are under stress, they tend to stress or confuse each other, and that leads to misunderstandings, bad feelings, and really messed up communications. Sometimes it feels like that other person is in a totally different world. Were they even part of the same conversation I was in? That can leave you doubting yourself, doubting your own grasp on reality. And if you had a childhood where your perceptions got dismissed and disrespected, all of those feelings can get triggered as well. Well, this happened to my student Kylie, who had a nice, heartfelt conversation with a guy she'd been dating after they'd mutually decided to end their relationship. She expressed her caring about him. She talked about the part of her that missed him. She told him she hoped they could transition to being friends. And she felt good about the conversation. She thought he did too. But, a few days later, just as she was about to have a massage, giving herself some self-care, a text came from this guy, angry with her for the manipulative phone conversation where she had tried to provoke him. Whoa. Well, if you've ever had somebody take a communication from you in a totally different way than you meant it, after you thought you'd been pretty successful in communicating clearly, take a quick second to type ditto in the comments below, because it's really nice to know that we're not alone. So Kylie went into her massage in a really confused and self-doubting state. She was asking herself, what's real? And was I really manipulative? And am I really that unaware? She felt thrown back into the crazy making don't know what's real of her childhood. She lost her center. She lost her confidence that she was a reasonably aware adult. She felt like a confused child again. And needless to say, her massage didn't go very well. She was tense all the way through it because her troubled thoughts and feelings were a million miles away from being present. But after she left, got into the car to drive home, Kylie remembered something that she'd learned in a course with me. And putting that lesson into practice allowed her to shift the whole experience from stress back to inner peace. So what was that? Well, 3 things. 1, when you're feeling something stressful, it's a part of you, not all of you. And you can acknowledge that by saying, something in me feels, ... 2, take a moment to feel that the rest of you is resourceful and whole. You can feel spacious, peaceful, and calm, even if a part of you does not. And 3, from that place of wholeness that we call self in presence, you can turn toward that younger part of you that feels like a hurt child and give him or her your compassionate company. And Kylie realized, wait, it's a part of me having this experience, but there's a whole other side of me that's resourceful and whole. Let me lean into that right now and be with the little girl in me who's scared, confused, afraid she did something wrong, but isn't really sure what that is. That allows a kind of spaciousness and peace and ground under me. I don't have to go on this ride, but I can care for the part of me that's having this experience without being the experience and defining myself by the experience. I am so much more. Well, when Kylie told me about what happened and what she said to herself, how she felt, I was so happy. she was able to turn toward her tense, confused, self-doubting feeling and see it, experience it as something in her, not all of her. And making that inner shift enabled her to access a much more peaceful and spacious sense of herself that she called being resourceful and whole. And then, and this is my favorite thing of all, instead of using that sense of peacefulness to deny or push away the hurting part of her, as I'm afraid people often do, Kylie let the peacefulness help her befriend and give company to the young, scared one inside her. Do you know how when you're in a really good mood, you have more room to be generous and warm to other people who might not be feeling so good right now? Well, it's the same with your emotional states. When you feel bigger and calmer and more solid, you have that much more grace to turn toward the inner places in you that are in need of caring and compassion, your caring and your compassion. Yeah? So what were those 3 steps again, right? Well, 1, when you're feeling something stressful, remember, it's a part of you, not all of you. And acknowledge that by saying, something in me feels confused, etc. 2, after you acknowledge what a part of you feels, take a moment to get in touch with how the rest of you is resourceful and whole, spacious and calm. And 3, from the place of wholeness, turn toward that younger you inside with gentle presence and say, I am here with you now. It's a very healing process. Do try this the next time you feel you've been thrown into a younger emotional state by another person's reaction to something you said. I predict you'll feel calmer and you'll get back your sense of perspective and balance. You'll be able to assess the situation accurately again. And best of all, really best of all, those younger parts of you begin to heal. So they're less likely to be triggered the next time something like this happens. Oh, one last thing. If you liked this video, you can click like below. Subscribe to my channel so you get notified of the latest videos, or do leave a comment letting me know about a time when you got blindsided by someone's surprising reaction to something that you said or wrote, and what you did then. I'd love to hear about it. Here's to you having a more peaceful life.